agreement with some people in terms of trying to make sure that we have affordable housing for our workers. There were about 1,200 workers, close to 1,200 workers, and some of them we need to get accommodation for them so that at least at least they can be able to come to work. And so far so good. A number of transformations ongoing. Now I'm my own achievements. Some of you, the media, you can come with your cameras and check and see and ask even the staff, what is the difference? 8 years of NPP, yeah, about 6 or 7 MDs, and then all these MDs, not a single turnover and asset transformation in TOR. But then what Addo did and what Combat is doing, you could see like father and son, something like that. And so all of us are putting our shoulders to the wall to help him to make sure TOR, but one of the greatest and refiners, refinery you can ever have in Ghana.
Okay, so nimsa Ghana you too crude, AB.
Yes.
Brem
say and I make say in 2016, on my penny President Mahama Emma be a bread that is 1 million barrels.
Okay.
That is 2016.
Okay.
And I make say no, 1 million barrels no ship. Right. On say November, December honum. And I just come about 97 close to about $100 million. Emma and you could see, say, all of these monies that we let for them, we're expecting that they will use that to be able to revive the plant.
TOR.
But then, you could see, for for NDC, we come to build the country. We come to reset the country. We want the betterment for the people of Ghana. But then for Yanomno, it is a different ball game altogether. For them, whatever we can do to be able to sell, to make sure that we go behind to make it ourselves, that is up to them. And that is why you are seeing a lot of sour privatization and asset diversification, especially with the hotels, and then PDS, ECG, NISAS, and Semno. And TOR was not, we are just saying, Cocoa Board, Kwananka, so I'm glad that so far so good. We are trying to do everything possible to be able to increase the staff remuneration at least. We are not saying we are there yet, but then who signs, they are seeing the signs that of course we mean well for them. We want everybody to believe in us, and that we are going to make sure that we turn this around for them, so that TOR will be one of the beacons, like I said, of the people of Ghana. So yeah, I want to thank you so much, and I think that we have more opportunities to be able to help our young guys. A lot of petrochemical engineers are coming out of school. They are looking for jobs. And when TOR comes back to stream, we'll be able to train a lot of these engineers, give them practical training, send some of them to the Gulf countries, because some of the workers are better, a bit more resign because the plant has been built.
And maybe say plants now more assemble because more fresh Ghana for nebia no more juma or what that don't more so you didn't hire anybody from outside. They say be a foreigner be brony being funny in the image.
99% of the works are here, thorough works are done by our own local engineers. We have very good engineers, excellent engineers. I'm telling you, Ghana, we are blessed. From all quarters that you can go, whether scientists or medical doctors or lawyers whatsoever, Ghana is blessed. It is how we use those human resources. Sometimes we undermine them. Sometimes the leadership. Your problem now is a leadership problem. In TOR, the best of engineers, Ghana Gas, Bost, Energy Commission and VRA and the rest. Most of them came from TOR. TOR is the oldest, agency, and that's oil agency in Ghana. We gave even GMPC for after TOR. Boss and all of this one came after TOR. And it is out of the same engineers and all of the works are here, including Tower, TOR, and you see that columns are and even the furnace. You can't imagine. Even the will be a friend or the sorter. Entry into the sorter. And yet easy. You can be electrocuted.
Yeah, okay.
You can be electrocuted. Wow. Some small hole be I said nipa odane or ewurem ekoye juma and sana we pie. And it wasn't easy at all. And so we salute our workers, our professionals, our engineers, and every one of them who had to sacrifice their life day and night to make sure that this plant is back. And see, because all of the work, 99% were done by our locals. And so that is why the MD, all of us applauded them and said, production, we'll be able to make sure that their living conditions or their welfare is improved, so that at least they can give their best to the mother Ghana as well. Me assure some penny banner about the commission furnace, new furnace, and then of course your 120-ton boiler. Boiler, I say power your plant, and my opinion, in 2016, 120-ton boiler. I'm telling you, the furnace, one of the furnace nearby, and so all these huge investments were done by President Mahama in 2016 before Baba Yabe free power, and then God being so good, Yaba and all of these things were sitting idle.
No, yes,
and they told me, oh, my contract no man trying to even though only Jumano, but then they left it like that, and then we came and said no. We need to bring your boiler 6, boiler 7, boiler 8, and boiler 7 is one that powers the plant, both your CDU, your RFCC. CDU in the MR 28,000 barrels. With the new furnace, a better mark of 45,000. RFCC is also another planter. Waste, but manka residue now, you're free CDU, I to say canzo no, mami use the word canzo. Sa canzo no, we call another refinery more. You can turn it around to get more LPG. You can turn it around to get more gasoline, petrol. I mean, you can turn it around to get more ATK, and even you better man 95.
Yes, waste.
Maybe and your waste. Bibiara within the refinery has its own purpose. Our own purpose.
Okay.
If we are not able to get this one to another, if you're able to refine, now if your waste be crowd or you can even export it. They say some of the naphtha and some of the things you can be able to export some of them. But then there are uses. Another plant nearby, that's RFCC.
Okay.
If you're a residual fluid catalytic cracker. So these are plants that are the two major plants. Another plant I need the PRF, and the Omegunukra is not working for so many years. But then, like I said, with these two plants coming on stream, we should be able to go like close to 60,000 barrels per stream day. So far so good, and I must say again that we have a lot to do for Mother Ghana. We have a lot to do using TOR, and we wish to urge each and every one of our people, your BDCs, in the past, that is under the NPP.
Yeah.
We've come with a clean sheet. We are principled, we are visionary, we want to make sure that at least all of us work together to get a win-win situation for Mother Ghana. So I must say we are doing so well, and thanks to some of the energy institutes, and some of even the commentators who are within the energy sector, even both in Africa, in Ghana, and abroad. We want to thank them so much for the encouragement. Almost every single day, people come to our offices trying to thank us and praise us for what we have done. And we all say this to our president. All of this grace goes to our president, President John Dramani Mahama, and our minister, because that is the first caution he gave to combat and said, revive the plant. I want nothing but revival of the plant, and that is what we've given to the people of Ghana.
My idea, I said that Ghana for you the movie pa because Osha top pan and it has shown him back cry. They say do baby. Now see the do chroma. Ya me and one yet day. And no corner Mustafa Kase or Muka no must sign document. Or most of my Lucy lessons and no more sign documents in 10 young tongue. Oh, ya no for the Moya mobile mine. When we catch him say, where the back what's here and the Japan say, ya cast NPP sooner. And I never catch them. All right, NT say, yeah, sure, you say 24 hour economy, no, the Momo Shasiano, because from 6 p.m. I'm 0.11. Yeah, and Kakra, and Chanson Yamia do not to me run it 24 hours in full. Let's say, yeah, job creation, 17.
Of course, because the market out there, and I said the demand out there is huge.
It's huge. Oh yeah, that one day.
The also at the AC or military recruitment, and then other security service. And so one of the things MP so any of my editing or almost your downstream sector, your meetings, and I'm the one combat say I should be able to sit in those meetings. And Mecca say. There are so much plans from NPA to all of us to be able to make sure that you're increasing your working hours. Since you're in there, you're about 11 p.m. By refinery Juma 24 hours, the refinery and cut off.
And cut off.
Into this now, I was saying there, yeah, shall say, yeah, what we could do. Internet and comfort close to 600 now because we knew say we will need people to be able to, as it were, work 24 hours. So the refinery is working 24 hours non-stop.
Okay.
But a point to come where you best shut the refinery down. I to say car. I mean, when you run the plant for a long time, at least maybe after a month or two, you have to shut down, check and see whether leakages be one or let's say change 1 or 2 boats and maintenance be 1 or 2 beer, and then you go. But then yeah, sure, so you person you're running for 18 months non-stop. That is combat your vision. 18 months non-stop.
That's a massive.
Yes, so that one, the 24 hours, will be running shift like that. But with the terminal business, and they call 11 p.m. And even with that, refinery air refinery 24 hours, the terminal business was supposed to be going. Because some of the trucks even want to load at night because that time not traffic apart from.
Yeah.
It is trucks they'll be loading at night, maybe at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then of course they'll be able to move to the way. It's almost be loaded and a traffic then apart from during the daytime, but you will not see most of them on the on the road as it were. Into which way their ways to I'm say Star Oil, I'm managing director.
Yeah, managing director.
Okay, maybe say how yet maybe you see fuel about further low between the hours of about 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. And I said 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. A month for then the
because I think 24-hour economy.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Because any panel say or turn the 50 pesos from maybe 11 p.m. to the next 4 a.m.
Yes.
Next Juma birthday.
Of course. I mean, everybody will want to come out to be able to fill this tank.
Exactly.
And then do whatever you want to do within time. Yes.
11:30.
So these are all things that I can say that NPP, TOR, BOST, Petroleum Hub, but we want to train as many engineers as possible. And so with our colleagues at Petroleum Hub and BOST, we are putting together a framework, I bet more engineers, like we said, train them and then export some of them so that they can even work for some other oil companies like Qatar, Dubai, Oman, because a lot of our people almost have expertise, So this is how we want to create jobs and even export. Send the government to a year in terms of even the nurses, train more nurses and doctors and even export. So we are good in terms of what we are doing, and I think that, like I said, the situation in Ghana going forward, in terms of getting our prices further reduced, more improvement through NPA's direction. But one of the things Yami person Ghana for Coco said, as we are reducing our oil prices at the pumps, your best more. Let it reflect into the production and also the goods and services that we are selling. The same way, the same way dollar no abba from no, and I see the no apeja no. Let it reflect into the daily activities of our people, because the president signed an oath, and I say, or taking an oath to be able to come and better the lives of the people of Ghana. And so, if Onwa making sure say petrol board from TOR gold board and then our city is stabilized. And then, of course, we have our
taxes, baby.
Yes, so betting. Why should you continue to price your product as high as possible? What profit are you making as against the people of Ghana? Or more, like amount for every bread to be able to make a living. And they won't share 5 kilo Cindy rice, 5 kilo. Now about 120 Ghana cedis. But today now 60, of course. And that we salute them. And so you realize that there was another company, they issued a statement, I think last week or two, that they, because of prices, but
Cap Farm.
I think
Cap Farm is one of the business personnel.
Yes.
Maybe one of the Wabuama President Mahama research agenda no are complete.
Yes.
Because on dollar never for my no what's in the name.
Fantastic.
About what Tesla so go so Tesla.
Yes.
See me beside Kafam say another one amount to say ya dollar ne from no. Yes, so send be ya Ghana for mo be how mo. So if I patronize Kafam, I mean your money.
Of course.
Into what you know so I am talk.
Of course.
As simple as
and
that.
So we want to see that going through internet. Me assure some about the no to our drivers.
Yes.
This is the major product you put in your vehicles. It doesn't augur well for people of Ghana. We should love ourselves. Sorry, you call mosque, you call whatever we want to go to, and then we listen to the word of God. Now you bar on minor president. I read the super fuel amamo. Yeah, in terms of stability, exchange rate above from. You understand the point? Why would you continue to be charging high, short distance? Now what charge will be 2 cities, another short distance, another 2 cities, another short distance, another 2 cities. That's to be able to mock the people of Ghana.
Yeah.
If it is your daughter or your son that they do that to, will you be happy? And so let's all be mindful that if we want to help Ghana, if we want to help our nation to grow, let's be selfless. Let's help the president to be able to succeed. It is out of this collective, support that we can make sure, say, Ghana can, how do you say, so I'm appealing to our traders. May appeal to our traders. I'm in Yamawa market. Tomato prices, onions, everything. Food stuff are yet or no. Please and then please. I'm free north and as a bronga for Ebano. Prices of fuel has decreased. Let's see that reflection. We thank you so much, but let's begin to see more reduction so that when food are cheaper, be sorry, now woman 1 cedi, not 2 cedis, and after 5 cedis, not 10 cedis. He knows that I can be able to eat 1 square meal a day and then be satisfied. So these are things I'm calling for. Out of we doing our own policies, let each and every one of us be part and parcel of nation building Ghana to make sure that at least things are affordable for the people of Ghana so that we all can be happy as a nation.
Before I forget this one, I say, for international markets now, crude na bafom and no kahubina, your fuel no air prices, air bafom. Osha money NPP for inkita hudi as they say more ye na yan so ye refine yan kase ye production ye hwe ni mu say ye be increase na e bedroom mrebia emfa ho say crude bo be kosoro e won international market but still ye de no betimi aba form. Of
course. Okay. So make no share charges and with all of these things charges and levies.
Oh, okay.
If your interna won't say sana o manpenyi COVID levy or some of the small sanitation levy, it makes your crude, your S pump, come down a bit. Yes, the market under NPP now, your friends, 2024, the dollar was, a barrel was about $83 or so.
Yeah, never from.
You understand the point? But then, you understand the point? And then, it is reflecting. Aside the levies and the charges that we are saying that some of the taxes are though we are not but then you could see say we
affect price.
You understand the point I'm making? And once we start refinery, it's easier. It's easier to be able to make sure, say, at least once you are refining, you can be able to bring the crude further down, the prices further down through the support of the NPA, and then people will be very happy with whatever they are buying in the market. And we have quality products. Our blenders, your car blenders, over TOR, we're able to blend our product, our hydrocarbons in such a way, say, premix, LPG, everybody has a quality, product to be able to go into the market. So I think that with NPA's direction, we'll begin to see further. And then another major thing, forex,
dollar, no.
Yes, you can bring the prices down. The dollar, the crude oil can come down at the international market, but with dollar, cost raw, and I say rate cost raw. You will not see any impact on it. And make it change. But then you see in Ghana situation, our CD dollar is stabilized. 10 or 11 for a long time. Until amount ultimate peg and I say ultimate fixed prices, and so that at least you could see because hedge. But then in the past, dollar is 17 cedis. And
international market across Sotia.
Yeah.
So now
dollar a court is said the same boat. There's no way you can be able to make any reduction in terms of the pricing. But then if you check how Addo force and Air Force in terms of the forest market you can see a direct correlation. Gold board is bringing more reserves. At least now TOR is on back. More reserves will be brought on board in terms of because yes, a huge amount of dollars to be able to bring in crude. Understand the point. And so your exchange rate, coupled with what the international reduction in terms of the crude, is what can make you as it were. And then some of the maybe you will levies 1 or 2 levies. Is what can make sure say prices in better form and so forth better form.
All right. So you see where economy is starting baby okowie. Nti ase baby ba ko pe ho to chima affect ni aka ni nyina o. Na say bra ba ko no. O ka so abon wa na ne bu afu nso. Wa bon.
Wa no. Abon din ye.
Wa bon. And that crowd here. Yes, me a fine shaba umion. I know you're in charge of the economy. I will address that issue tomorrow proper. Because I never need time. Hey.
One day, we have the men, Professor Jambab.
I don't know.
So why is he running away from it? For digitalization, and then you come back to what again today?